Hey everybody, Monkey Wrench Mike here. We're back enjoying the CLK320, the Mercedes W209. Cost me this much money, giving me this much joy. We're fixing something that is a huge problem on these cars. This is something that has plagued this chassis since the beginning of time. When the back windows don't work, this is the reason why. This big jumbled mess of wires and a little gear right here. Yep, this is what makes your back windows wonky when they don't work. This is the reason why. To fix this, it gets pretty involved. You have to get your hands dirty. But we're here. We can get through this together because we're going to make that window go down.
Yep, that sounds good.
It's the next day. Oh, Monkey Wrench Mike. Yay!
I'm in the car.
So I'm getting ready to do a video, and look what I have to deal with. Look at that. What are you doing? What are you doing in there, Lola? You just jumped in, tried to drive off. Huh? You think you own the place, don't you? Or you're just trying to get away from Legend for a little bit. Huh? Say hi. Hi, Lola. You gonna give me 5? Come on, fist bump. Fist bump. Fist bump. There you go. Good girl. Thank you. Good girl. So pretty. All right, get out. You have to get out. We're replacing the tape. But to replace the tape, we have to fix the window regulator, which is in here. To fix the window regulator, which is in here, all of this has to come out. The side panels, the back seat, the sheepadoodle, the windows have to come off. This little trim piece, I believe, has to come off to give me access to a bolt. Yeah, all of that for a window regulator. But this is a really common problem on the W209, the CLKs. It breaks. So this one, the window regulator, the little wire, and I'll show you when we get inside, that one has broken, and the same thing has broken over on Lola's window. Yeah, 2 window regulators. The parts are very inexpensive. I want to say $20 or $30 to fix. You can get them on eBay. It's just the labor involved in getting to them. It is very extensive, and I've done this on Satan's car. Plus, I found out the devil lives in my car! And Son of Satan, yep, they were convertibles. They weren't the coupe. With the coupe, you got to take off that C-pillar as well. And I got to get the freaking dog out of the car. Thanks, Lola. This is why the dealer gets so much money for this job, because it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, you have the little plate right here with 2 torque screws. You remove that. You pull your seatbelt extender out. There's a little clip right under here that you push that comes off from the little arm right there. Okay, that's what you want to push right there so that it releases. Release this from the bottom. Okay, pull it out that way. And now what you want to do, WIS said remove all this. I guess you have to, because you have to get this bottom little piece out right here. And to get this out, there's a little hook that you have to catch right there. And this is a little plastic arm that goes all the way to the back, and there's little hooks on it. Hook, hook, hook. You pull this forward a little bit, it releases it, and then in theory, this whole piece right here moves up and out of the way. I've also removed the C-pillar. Yep. Just one little torque screw under the SRS badge right there. So let's see if we can get, we're going to do it live and see if I can hook this little thing right here and pull it. Okay, there it is. See how I hooked it? What you have to do is pull it forward just like that. It didn't go very far. But let's just see what happens now. I think you can move it up. I think you can. Okay, so let's kind of climb back here. And it's best to do this when it's 1,200 degrees outside. I'm just saying. Okay, so hopefully this little piece right here will just come up. Sorry about the camera work, but let's just see what happens. There we go. See? It comes up. Kind of. This guy did it without removing the seats, but I don't know if that's possible. Oh. Hallelujah. In the words of an entertainer, who is it, Angela? I don't know. Anyway. This just literally pops up. You don't have to remove the seat or anything. And I don't think I would have had to remove the quarter panel. I don't think I would have to. Okay, this is all the good stuff that we're trying to get to right here. So let's kind of fish everything through, and then we'll release this. I'm going to remove the... I don't want to remove the airbag if I don't have to. Let's see what all has to come off to get to the regulator. Progress continues. Seatbelt extender comes out, 3 bolts, okay? Torque's on top, an 11 there, or 12, and a 12 right here. 2 nuts and a Torque's bolt, pop, and that comes off like that. Then you get to hide it in the trunk for a while. Okay. Access points for the window are actually behind this piece, okay? So you have 1, 2, 3. 12 millimeter bolts. See that right there? 1, and then 2, and the one I removed right there. So you remove those 3, and the window should pop right out. All right, the access point for the bottom bolt of your regulator, yep, is beneath the trim right there. There she is, okay? What is it? It's a 13, I believe. Yep, no, yeah, 13. It's a 13, and then you have one here, and you got one right about here. See this? We're getting down to the bare minimum right here, folks. This is really getting to be a dirty, nasty job. That dirty. Look at that. Yeah, okay, so this does not have to be removed. Okay, airbag does not have to be removed. But this is an inner panel right here. Okay, this has 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a bolt right here, a nut right here that you just kind of loosen up. And then it comes out of the way. And look at that. Then you have access to the window regulator, the motor, and the plug for the motor, which is down there. Yeah. Mike has had it. He has had it with this thing. This is why we've all gathered together here today. Yes, to get through this thing called life. To get through this thing called a window regulator in the W209 that has given me the biggest headache ever. Ever. Okay, the part that goes bad is a little piece of plastic right in here. See how it's kind of broken right there? Yeah, I'm listening to Sade 2 on the radio, so I'm going to talk over her so I don't get tagged in the YouTube video by the YouTube video police. Okay, so anyway, you get a new one of these and you get a wheel in a little packet. I got 2 packets because I have 2 sides, okay? That's the problem. That is the problem. So one of these is left, one of these is right. This one says right sides, this one's gonna go here. The wire's 2 different lengths, okay? Which way do you think is gonna be longer? That way or that way? The longer wire goes here. All right, we're gonna take this off and we're gonna install the new. It's gonna be easy. I'm hoping this is gonna be easy. We are back. It's a new day. It's much cooler. We had a big rain system come through the area. Of course, I had the window down, which is always fun. Okay, this is it. This is the regulator. We have it all nicely greased up and everything, and that is how it goes. Look at that. Is that not a beautiful thing? Yep, it is a beautiful thing. So we're going to put this in the car, attach the window, and then we get to put everything back on that we took off. But that's the routing of the cables. There's your motor right there. There's the electrical connector. There's the wheels. This is the piece that we replaced right there. We just kind of wrapped it around, put the wheel on right there, the little gear, and put the window regulator motor back together. All right, let's have some fun. Let's put this all back together. This is the driver's side. Let's show you what's happened. Yeah, someone's been in here before. I was missing all kinds of nuts and bolts on this quarter panel right here. But look at this. This is why the window didn't go up and down. Yeah, someone just used some wire and just kind of tied it up there because they didn't want to get in here and spend $40 on a new little window regulator fix kit. Yeah, isn't that great? Thanks, whoever it was. Appreciate that. Okay? Yeah, well, we're going to fix it right. We're going to do it right. Here's what your window regulator looks like when it's all jacked up. All the wires are right under here. Here's a wheel. It still kind of turns. This is a wheel, a pulley. This is your motor. Underneath here is something like this, and the wire is all jacked up. So let's take this off and we will show you what lies beneath. Okay, let's show you. Here's what it looks like. Okay, we've removed the three, what are these, T30 screws? Look at that. Yep. Look at that hunk of junk right there. Yep, that's lovely. That is why the window did not go up and down. Ooh, that's gross. That is really gross. That's why it was wired closed for who knows how many years. And why some bolts were missing holding the seatbelt extender. All right, very quickly, to align the windows, what you want to do is put them all the way up while you're inside the car, okay? And then you want to disconnect this. This is your little sensor that makes the windows go down a little bit. And then you want to adjust the rear window so it is so totally sealed all along here, okay? And you want to make sure that this is level with the window, okay, the front window. Then you tighten up the 3 bolts, okay? The 3 bolts that adjust the window, the 3 bolts that attach to the window. If you don't, this is what you get, okay? And this is why you do this before you put all the little pieces back together. We're getting another patient at the hospital, but can you see this right here? How this doesn't really quite fit? Yeah, so I just need to adjust those. I need to loosen those 3 bolts, 2 and then 1, bring the window forward just a little bit and make sure that it is fully adjusted. I want to do that by unplugging the window sensor. Okay, we'll do that and then we'll get this fully aligned. And that, my friends, is how you fix the rear window on a CLK320, the Mercedes W209. Love this car. It's been a good little car. It's coming together very, very well. I do want to remind you once again, we have all kinds of stickers here that we have for you. $3, cash at me, Ben's Guy 99. There it is right there. These are going all over the world. All right, so please, if you want them, you don't have to. Also want to tell you, check out the Monkey Wrench Mike merchandise. Yeah, we have a link below. Isn't that gorgeous? Good looking little t-shirt. We have hoodies, t-shirts, tank tops, working on hats. Yep, still working on hats. And I think I have some stickers there too as well. But please check those out. That's going to do it for this video. All right, we are back in just a few moments. We'll have another video on the S55 and, of course, the sob story. Yeah, the sob story continues. It's a saga. It is. All right, folks, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.